He loaded 16 barrels in an air tank to try to get a little heat from his dirty oil tank. He loaded 16 barrels, and what do you think? He's gonna get some heat from that oil tank. Ha ha, Rocker Pat here, rocking it down, getting it down, having a little clown. All right, boys, I've been working all day yesterday, and that was an all-day affair getting them pipes run through there. And I'm happy to say that I got all of them run, except for that one. It is drilled on the other side and ready to go, but I got to cut that out and I got to weld the plate in so that I can finalize the final pipe. So I got 16 pipes up in this bad boy, and we're going to be transferring our air back and forth. And yeah, I rode the die grinder quite a bit. We got interrupted on the last video. I had a customer coming in. Needed to drop off that. I don't know if we can see it. Way back over there, there's a Tahoe. He's got a fuel leak. It's kind of important that he gets it over here. So let's see what I got done yesterday. I got all 16 of those holes drilled. Well, when I say drilled, I was talking about drilling them with the hole saw, and that didn't work out too well. So what I did do is I marked everything where I wanted it to go. I used the hole saw to mark the metal, and then I used my plasma cutter to cut it out, and then I used the die grinder all day long to round the holes out and get them to where everything fits as tight as I can get it. And then I'm going to come back and do my welds. But right now I can't do any welding on that because the next stage that I need to do is I need to cut this door out. And the reason why I need to cut the door out here, this is where I'm going to be able to slide my brake rotors in. But I need to cut it out. A secondary reason is because I need to get this plate down here in this zone, and it won't fit through this door, but I figure it's going to fit through the sideways on this one. There's plenty of room this direction for it to slide in there and drop down. And once I drop that down, I'll get it level and I'll get it welded in, and then I can slide all my pipes in and start doing my welds around all my pipes to make sure we got a good tight seal on all this. All the way around, it's going to be a lot of welding and a lot of grinding and a lot of re-welding and a lot of grinding. And once I get all the pipes welded in place and everything's tidied up, then what we're going to do is I'm going to be ordering some fireplace sealer, whatever it is, the seals that go on the fireplace stuff from the refractory or the fireplace glass store. I'm also going to be ordering glass, a couple of pieces of glass for this thing for some sight windows for it as well. But the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bolt this back on. This piece is actually going to be bolted on. I'm going to bolt that on, and I'm going to seal it up, and I'm going to seal the doors up, and then I'm going to put something inside to smoke and put a little air pressure in it, and then we'll be able to see if we have any, just like if I smoke an evap system on a car, I'm going to smoke the inside of this thing so that we can make sure that we're not going to have any flue gases coming into my air chamber. And, you know, we don't want to, the truth of the matter is, I could probably run the damn thing in here and not have much of a problem, because I do run cars in here in the wintertime, and I don't die. Been sucking the tailpipe for a long time. I guess I'm immune, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I am going to test that and all. But let me show you something else I came up with here today, or on this project. I bought some of these little bitty magnets from the Home Blue, or the orange place. And I found them super handy, okay? For when I got my center line, that center line right there was done with a plumb bob, okay? So now I could take that magnet and I could put it on my panel right there on that line and be able to hold my magnet, my tape, and come over here to make all my measurements to make sure that, you see, I'm a little off on that. I need to move over just a hair. So anyway, that really, really helped. Another thing, if you look right now, I've got that frame for that door opening on there, and that's how I got it stuck on there. And what it's helping me with on that is I can step back and really just visualize it and take a good look at it. You probably can't see it very well right there. And I can take a good look at it and make sure it looks square, because man, if it ain't square, I'm gonna look like a fool. I ain't having no non-square. I'm not 100% happy with that bottom door. But another thing, if you look, I got a nice curve on that that banding right there. The one I did down here was done with pretty much around the tank. But I got a new tool. I went to the harbor, and I found that. And I found that box right there. And this is the new shop tool. Now, I rolled that 1/8 inch thick, 1 inch wide material with this, and that's probably way over its capacity. It's supposed to be 20 gauge, but that's 20 gauges on 30 inches. So I figured it'd roll, and it rolled it. It was a little work. Then it rolled it just fine. I mean, I didn't feel like I was going to break the tool or anything. The brake works really well, but I haven't got the shear to work properly, and I'm kind of not 100% on what's going on with it and everything. It kind of looks to me like, if you look at that blade, that it's kind of like backwards, that it should be angled towards, if you look at the top blade, let me see if I can get something in here. If we look at the angle of the top blade, it's going back this direction, but this one looks like it's cut backwards, and the low spot seems to be over here. I don't know, man. I got to figure out what's going on with that, because that's one of the features I really want to work on this machine, a lot more than the finger brake. The slip roll and the shear. The shear, I mean, if to just be able to shear a piece of sheet metal and it be square and not have to do a bunch of grinding on it is what I'm looking for. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling on about the new tools. What do y'all think about the Hot Rod heavy metal rock and roll heater? Let me know down there in the comment sections what you think. If you got any ideas, like I said, the air is going to go in 2 pipes this way, 2 pipes this way, 2 pipes that way, 2 pipes, and do the same thing on the top. So I got 2. It's just going to be going through that way, man. 16-cylinder Hot Rod rock and roll shop heater coming together. We'll talk to you next time. Y'all keep rocking and a rolling and a rolling and a rocking, and I'm gonna keep grinding it down.